Good times. Good. Yes. It's a wooden double door. What a coffered gate.
So
Fuck
GM,
off.
is today the day?
Today's the day.
I don't know, I'm curious. I asked Jiro the same thing, so now I'm asking you.
Today is the day.
You do. You have to, because I don't. That makes two of us. Ah.
Ah.
Awesome.
Smashing.
And grab.
No, just smash. What about us? What about trust? I see. I am not gonna bother to update the dungeon scribe map. It'll explode, yes. You have one to room 12. Oh. Bigger. There we go. Oh god. I'm editing something. There it is.
Always nice when connection failures give you the win. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. Yeah, I've been grinding to get to platinum.
Best of luck with that.
Yeah, and I'm gold. Ash Blossom doesn't actually do much to me. What I hate to fight, Sky Strikers. I'd never want to see them. I hate them.
Ah, yes.
You're so lucky.
Their main card is special.
They are so annoying to fight.
That
You
one
have to play
spell
your-
card is horrendous. It should never have been
Yep.
created.
Every card in
game.
there is terrible.
And
Because
game.
every card, it's all about cycling back and forth the most annoying cards ever.
In existence, yes. Yes, that sounds like them.
You have to play your most careful game ever. Like, if I'm playing like Mech Knights, I can somewhat beat them because of negation, but I have to have a really good hand if I want a chance.
What about burn? Like, literally just your entire fucking deck is just burn, trap cards, and spell cards. Would that do well against them at all?
That is...
No.
Oh, that is so not cool.
Because I actually used to play that.
If you played, you could play Nurse Reticule Burn, but you have to get very good hand if you want that.
Ah, yes, that sounds like my deck.
That is
What
great.
was it? Was it what did they call? Trickstar? Those decks they're so fun to play, but you have to actually be good at them.
I remember those. Yes, that sounds like
Yeah.
them also.
Yeah, it's a deck that's just stacks effects.
Yes.
You have to clear them out carefully.
Sounds like fun.
It is. Like, Trickstar decks are actually fun to play and fight against, I think.
I would like to, if I ever get back into Yu-Gi-Oh, I kind of want to play Invoked.
Invoke Element Sabers are so fun to play.
Invoked, what was that second thing there? Because I have no idea.
Element Sabers.
Element Sabers, I have no idea what they are. I guess that's after my time.
No,
They go along with the Elemental Lords. They're really good at them. But they're basically one card of each element or attribute. They each have their own effects. They can change their elements. They have a field card that increases the attack of all your monsters for every attribute in your graveyard.
Ooh.
It's really fun. Really fun. And of course, it goes really well with invoked decks because you can just change what element or what attribute your cards are. In your grid.
It's true.
It's really fun.
That was the regeneration.
And then, of course, you can just get a very... Because the field spell works for all of your monsters, not just your element sabers, you can just buff up your fusions.
Nice.
It's not as good as it used to be, but it's really fun on dual links.
Yeah. Invoked, I kind of wanted to do Invoked Shaddoll.
Oh yeah, that's another one that worked. Invoked is such a good engine. So now a recent one is Invoked Albaz.
Invoked what?
Albaz
is the newest.
Albaz is nutty.
It's the newest
Rather
everywhere
terrifying.
deck archetype.
Okay,
It wasn't Albaz, it was
file that under, I have no idea.
Dystopia?
They're all related to Albaz.
Yeah, it was just
Listen, I'm
Dystopia
just
was
gonna make
the-
a zombie deck. Or undead deck. That's just my thing.
If you're,
Zombie's pretty good.
You
Vampire
might actually
decks-
like Dark Worlds if you do.
I mean, Dark
World's
Worlds are
okay.
fiends.
Oh,
I go with my theme.
If you want zombie, you want vampire. There's always more good vampire cards coming out.
The new vampire.
I want just undead in general. You just gotta keep with my theme.
You can make a pretty good.
the other
single.
deck I wanted to do was Odd Eyes.
It's Odd Eyes are fine, but they're not. They're actually the worst of the main character archetypes.
I just wanted to do it for fun. They look like fun.
Yeah, like blue. Odd Eyes.
Odd Eyes.
It's the pendulum main character.
Zexal, I think. Was that Zexal?
Yeah, Zexal. Yeah, Zexal was. This is I forget, but it's the one with the pendulum and it went all over dimensions.
Wasn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Zexal the one with the heckin' kid that also basically had like a Force Ghost that was just fucking with them?
Oh, that's Zexal.
Yeah, that's
I
Zexal.
thought.
That had the
XDs.
It's XYZ, alright? Seto Kaiba had it first, and that's
yeah.
how I pronounced it.
It's XEs.
Like the
So
Y
X-
is like an I. I don't know why.
Yeah, the Y is taking the place of an. Like the Y in the English language is bad. It does whatever it wants. Sometimes it's a what, it's a what. It's sometimes it's a ya, sometimes it's an eh. In this case, it's an eh. So it's XEs.
And they made it that way. They made it that way so they couldn't infringe upon the original XYZ. Yes.
Yeah, but the Dark Magician always good. Blue Eyes always good.
Mhm.
Dark Magician Girl.
Heroes. Let's see. Hero decks. They can do a lot.
Look, you
Oh,
could
because Hero's fucking disgusting, especially if you play it right. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, they're not really
Honestly,
good
nail sponge.
because they're too spread out to be good.
Oh,
But
look,
they're still good. They're just not. They just can never be competitive.
you could be like me and just commit violence.
Then you have Stardust Dragon, who recently got he's got a lot of annoying stuff. Stardust Dragon now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Stardust was a good one back in the day.
Yeah, but I prefer the Arcfiend Dragon. 'Cause it's fun.
Yes.
That's
If
not. I just want a Draco Lich.
I think
And
my,
then
yeah.
What is that, Shade?
Undead Dragon?
No, I'm just considering some of my favorite like archetypes. One of the ones I really like
Is there like an
the
Undead
Red
Dragon card?
Archfiend.
there's a lot of those. The most Red Eye Zombie Dragon, but the most common one is let me.
Furniture deck.
Furniture.
Would
I
the
know
one with
there
Max
is.
be in it?
Oh,
Let's see.
that. Maxi is
Doom King
ridiculous. I
Ballad.
hate him.
Doom King Balladrock is the most annoying of the zombie. Actually, no, sorry. Eldritch Liches are the most annoying zombie decks.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah.
so annoying to play against Eldritch Lich.
Oh, you know what? You know what that means.
Well, they're all. It's a bunch of, trap. It's a trap focused deck. Surprisingly, that's really good.
Yeah, it's just because they're really good at nothing you do affecting them.
Mhm.
They can pull back from anything.
Yeah.
This AoE arts attack is gonna
Look.
slap.
I have a certain deck that is kind of my favorite pick, even though it's just bad and just annoying to play
I
against.
hope so.
Which one?
I built a mono luck deck.
Oh god!
Mono luck.
Yes.
Mono Iwado.
Oh no, every card has either a dice roll or a coin flip.
Oh,
That's
Sweet
great.
Mother of God.
those decks aren't
why?
actually that bad. Those decks aren't actually that bad because of
Oh no,
the
all the
effects
effects,
usually being pretty good.
all the effects, if you land them, are broken.
You just have to like.
All effects. If you land them.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I using this deck took on like what is it, Dryton in its peak of Master Duel?
Drytron decks, they were I hated how they made rituals so meta.
When they were like at their best.
Like
And I just
they
destroyed the
made
spirit of one of the players.
made heralds commonplace. The worst.
Yeah.
But even worse than ritual monsters, though, I don't know if any of you remember these. Can you guess which one I'm going to say?
Have your cards.
Geminis. Those were bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gemini, and you have to normal summon it. It's really fucking bad.
Yeah.
The gimmick seems cool. They just did it poorly. Did they?
I was ready for you to look at me and say they do not exist.
Listen,
Technically.
I'm just gonna sit here with my Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering deck and just giggle evilly.
So when do we begin?
It's just Sauron.
After we're done talking about food. Fuck!
Starve.
Die.
Yes. Yes.
See, now you can talk about food first.
We have
Oh shit!
no.
But what if it's
So-
only explained the recap in food allegories?
Yes. 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 So last time
Forever many
we
inspirations.
last time we have taken the Argo to the next island over, and upon landing on the Argo, we have met a very scary fellow, which I think Gianna was suspicious of being a knight because of his dashingly golden eyes.
Uh-huh.
And once arriving at the port of Naxos, I believe?
Naxos.
Yes. We have secured lodging, and that was pretty much it.
All the towns are really close together.
Oh, there's Antiparos.
I mean, I wasn't there for most of it.
Also, you guys made me angry, and then I left, and then you followed me like jerks.
Yeah, I didn't make you angry. They did.
No. No such thing happened.
Ridiculous.
No.
The collective you has made.
No.
I
no,
have
no,
done
no.
literally nothing wrong.
You're
I've
the
done
only one I'm
nothing.
fighting with.
Hold on. I'm being ganked.
Don't do that. It's bad for your health. Yes.
Thank God.
Is
Gonna
it like
replace my
Lumpy
island map
Desert?
for the last one with this one.
Yep.
I have to say, these are large islands.
We're gonna be fighting in deserts.
Very high desert.
Usually call
if
those
I
dunes.
might ask for a reminder, is each hex like a mile?
It is.
I'm here. I'm sorry. I
Good.
No worries, I just have a spell that cares about range in miles.
That sounds threatening.
Okay, so I can effectively commune with nature, check three hexes around in each direction. Oh, it's within 3 miles of you, so Yep.
Pretty good.
oh, 3 hexes.
I'm back.
each
I'm
direction,
sorry.
from what I'm saying.
Welcome, Nick.
Yes. 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 He chonking.
What we on about?
Habertak. Habertaka. Hapa.
Are you guys okay?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Flarian, for telling me that my mic was not working on OBS.
Oh.
Oof.
Yeah, that ought to do
To be
it.
fair, that was only a really confusing conversation earlier.
Yeah, I think they were having a stroke.
Yep, that was only 20 minutes, so it's fine.
Oh,
We
better
didn't
than
technically
being the
start
whole
anything, so we're
stream.
good.
But yes, also, speaking once again about the map, do not question the little red dot next to Apollonus. That is not just like a very tall mountain. That was
I do
just a
not
misclick.
see.
Oh, I will
ridiculous.
question it.
Show me, please.
Look, I was just picturing a giant pillar of Earth.
Yes.
I was
No,
just picturing like the Tower of Babel, like they were just building shit here.
Ah, yes.
Mhm.
That was just a misclick when I was getting the.
It's a lighthouse. Don't worry.
A very tall lighthouse.
It's a natural occurring lighthouse.
I think the mages would probably burn it down. Or the church.
Like that would suffer. It would just
Probably
simply
the church
suffer
for
a
the
gas
irony.
leak.
They will call it the devil and burn it down.
Yeah,
Even though it's made of stone, they will find a way.
they will find a way.
That's what napalm is for. It doesn't
Okay.
burn just everybody else inside.
Okay, church lady.
Church lady.
That's actually a caricature from Saturday Night Live.
What?
Uh-huh.
What?
Look up Church Lady and you'll find Dana Carvey doing Saturday Night Live as Church Lady.
I see.
See?
The more you know.
So, you had all arrived at Naxos and split out to different hotels.
Yes. Because we
Went to
were
the
too
same
cheap
hotel.
and Gianna has money and we do not.
I thought we all went to the. I thought we all went to the same hotel at the very end of it all.
No, you're
no,
staying
no.
separate, along with
Gianna and Ichika went to one and the rest of us
I
poor
see.
people went to the other, yes.
Yes.
Went to like the medium one, not the cheapo one.
Yes. So, both Gianna and Ichika are at the Stella Apartments, while the group is at the Bluefin Tuna, which is an inn, which also has a restaurant attached.
Yay. Bed and breakfast.
Bed and breakfast.
Do they sell breakfast?
They do.
No, it's false advertising.
It's
They
false
wouldn't have a
advertising.
bed and breakfast
Oh,
if
no.
they did.
They unfortunately only sell brunch, and that was at 9 o'clock, so you missed it.
No!
It's only from 9 to 9:30.
Like 9 to 9:01.
Why?
There is no time where brunch is not
Why did they
appropriate.
put the food and then take it out immediately? And if you didn't get it,
Yes.
You just not.
So, Jackson had a little dreamy dream
yes,
and
yes he
woke up
did.
with a new tattoo.
Still debating if I want to show the class.
That is on you. But I would like to note that Jiro, are you there?
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here now. Right when you said Jiro, I sat down.
You see, I have summoned you. So, you had gone to sleep in the same room as everyone else, and you find it hard to sleep. You're always stirring awake. You don't really dream at all. It's always just you blink and time has passed. And when it's early, maybe from your estimates about 2, 3 a.m., you find it clicks as to why. You're not sleeping next to, in the same room as Ichika for the first time in quite a while. However, it being, from your estimates, around 3 a.m., there's not much that you can do besides give in to exhaustion and sleep to the next morning. At some point, Gianna would receive a room service knocking on her door, telling her about a letter that was delivered to her.
Alright, this shit.
Oh no, actually, wasn't it delivered by Burb to her window?
No, it was not. It was delivered to the front desk.
The front desk, yes. So she would just receive a letter that was apparently sent by someone, and when she opens the letter, it's just written, if I recall, pranked.
Yes.
How was it pranked?
Yes. So
I would, before just looking at like ice, what was the name written on it? Like, who is it from?
There is no name
I
written
don't.
on
Yeah,
it.
there is no name on it.
That she would spend a exorbitantly long time, like maybe 30 minutes, casting Identify on it. She can't cast anything else because she doesn't have it prepared. She's just like trying to examine it, look at it, opens it up, reads it.
Just
What would
trying
she
to
do?
understand what is this letter, and then finally giving in to the fact that it's just a piece of paper, and then you just see pranked.
Could she just roll
A 2.
Okay. Ichiko would probably hear a loud, audible scream, then dead silence.
You got pranked. But yes.
Paxton, if that tentacle monster doesn't kill you, she's gonna.
Oh yes.
Yeah, well.
That's probably what she wants to do.
Do you actually say this to her?
Sure.
You see,
I mean-
Oliver, well, I at least, don't find peaceful times all that entertaining anymore.
So you choose
At least
war
not
then.
when it comes. Well, at least when it comes to these small things, yes.
Very good. I'm gonna be standing away from the door.
That's a good
Nice.
one.
This will at least be an interesting watch. Nothing's considered.
I'm gonna push you forward when she comes, just so as you know, because I don't want to die.
You first?
I had no part in this.
Of course.
So I assume we transition to very next day.
And
Or
the
at very next day.
Bum, 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 bum.
I hate that song so goddamn much. How dare you?
I have never heard this song.
Hey!
No! No!
Hey!
No! I will kill you! I will actually kill you!
Got any great?
Look, we will be.
My friend
we
has
will
tortured me with that song for years!
we will be
And
walking
waddle
away
away,
one last
waddle,
time
waddle.
at this point.
Waddle, waddle. To the very next
Very
day.
next day.
Yes, good.
You talk to the man running the stand.
I've already killed your characters once, I'll do it again.
I'll do it again.
Wait, was the
Oh,
lyrics to that
fuck,
song
dude.
actually what was in the note?
No.
Just
Oh. I should have
Look.
done that.
I'll say the prank was that Jackson was disguised as the servant guy,
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
but that wasn't noted anywhere.
No, she didn't ask the front desk.
Yeah. So, on the very next day, the 27th, because I realized today that I technically got a thing wrong, and the Argo should be arriving at Mykonos today, but it's fine. He just decided to go faster, I guess.
Look, server
Yeah,
right.
hey, it's
Oh,
birthday.
definitely.
An express delivery.
It's my birthday.
It's a birthday.
Burr.
It's a
Can I
birthday.
have a birthday inspiration?
But that.
Sure.
Yes. This is a once in a blue moon.
Yes, it will probably. I mean, it will happen again since the war is happening in a year.
You don't have to rush us, okay?
So you actually it's I don't have to tell you what you do. I want to know what you do, since you are both on separate hotels, and some of you have to pay for for breakfast, I guess.
I'm just saying this now. Gianna will not appear until after it is like 11.
It's the first day. Why rush things?
What do I do?
If I might just ask for idea of timescale. When's the Argo coming back to take us to the next island?
You see,
Oh, it's not.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
It's going to. So, the Argos journey is from Athens to Naxos. It takes about 2 days. Then it takes about 2 days for him to get back. Then he waits around 2 days and does it again. Following that, he would be arriving in Naxos again on January 1st. Today is the 27th of December.
Just wanted to check since we got area to cover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
We have 3 islands. We have 3 islands we have to do.
Yeah, but it's not. You don't have any time crunch to get back on the Argo. You are technically on your final stop.
Okay, fair.
I'll just try to
Well,
ride
if
this off
everybody
the
else
island.
is sleeping, Oliver's gonna go exploring.
Well, don't think Jackson would be the type of guy to sleep in. So
Especially
Oliver's-
considering he's sleeping in the worst possible position, sitting down.
yeah, it doesn't do too good for his spine. So he's gonna get up. If Oliver doesn't shoo him, he'll just keep him company.
Joe would do some information gathering.
Okay.
And
Yeah, admin's
Since,
gonna wander the town to vaguely listen to whatever the talk of the town is.
Mm-hmm.
since it is the first day, Jackson will also keep an ear out for any signs of them being tailed anywhere.
Oliver
Okay.
is actually unconventionally looking for information by keeping an eye on the afterlife situation in the town, for lack of a better word.
Okay.
After life.
Asking all the dead people.
Well,
But then
more
now-
like listening, pretending like he doesn't see them, but listening to what the dead people have to say,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing if any of them are distressed and or died recently for some horrible reason.
Mm-hmm.
Gianna would probably be sleeping during this time, and Ichika, I think, stepped away for a moment.
I'm back.
Okay.
I was grabbing some rice.
Rice.
Just rice.
Japanese
At least
made.
for
Well, I needed rice for my chicken, and I ate all my rice already, so I need more rice.
Makes
Fair.
sense.
good. But yeah, Gianna would probably be sleeping until about 10, and then she'd be loitering around the
No,
inn,
you
just-
said 11.
No, she's not leaving the apartments until 11, but she'll be like loitering around 10 to 11,
Mm-hmm.
very
That's fine.
agitated, trying to find something to do that's not with everybody else, unless otherwise poked at. She will do her thing.
Ichika's right now just right time eating all the fruits at the breakfast at the hotel. Having woke her up much earlier than Gianna.
Yep. Okay. Then the people that are just sightseeing as an excuse to be sight hearing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Nosy.
I would
Will it
like
be hearing?
hearing. I would like you all to roll me a perception check.
Alright. This always goes really well.
Yeah, I'll take that.
What is my D20? Here it is.
Ooh, can I... Hold on, can I take
I also have
advantage
to roll a
of...
perception check.
Boom!
Let me see a thing.
Jackson.
Hold on. I'm looking at a thing. Can I take advantage of ear to the ground in any way? To maybe roll this with advantage?
I have that bastard, I think. No.
Ear to the ground.
Something different.
You're in frequent contact with people in the segment of society that your chosen quarries move through. Mages, as a whole.
Yeah.
These people might be associated with the criminal underworld or rough and tumble folk of the streets. Or members of high society. This connection comes in the form of a contact in any city you visit. The person who provides information about the people and places of the local area. Would you like to try and identify this contact person? Because I would suspect that during the latter half, after the quote-unquote incident, Jackson would no longer interact with the same people.
Well...
Just as a fear of being followed, but that's on you.
That is a good question. One that I don't think I have an answer for.
Then I'll go to the other people first.
I believe... It's fine.
While you think.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, GM.
yes.
Now that I hear about his ability, I forgot to use mine the last time. Teehee.
Which is?
It's by popular demand, basically, is I can always find a place to perform, usually at an inn or a tavern, and I always stay there for free.
Okay. If you
I don't
want
know how much
to
gold I get.
go looking around for it next time, it's fine.
Yes.
So, I completely forgot about this. Do Edmund or Jiro speak Greek?
Nope.
No, but I can read it.
Okay. Oh, yes, it's true.
Sure, it'd be nice if you had somebody that spoke fluent Greek right now. They have pissed off.
Look, it is like 9 at the latest. You are
Yes.
Incapacitated.
Yep.
I speak Greek, though. But I am not with you. I am with Jackson.
Yes. So, you will still get information, but only the people that are actual tourists speaking in English will give you proper info. Let me get the proper notes here.
So am I splitting up from Oliver then, a little bit?
That's on you.
Yes.
Because if we're not, then if they also speak French or German, then I could also be of assistance.
I do speak French.
Why do we have so many French speakers here?
Well, Oliver grew up in a French family.
Because you
It
all
is one of-
clearly speak the language of love.
I have
Wow.
served in France.
Oh! I forgot. I would like to do something amidst my eavesdropping.
Yes.
I'm gonna be dropping some eaves. I would like to buy candles.
Fancy
And-
candles or candles?
Fancy candles.
Okay.
So in between listening, he will be looking for fancy candles for things.
I have an answer for you.
Okay, so
25
Um,
GP worth.
you can deduct 25 GP to get the fancy candles.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
That's 2,500?
Yikes!
Yeah, that's a
I'm
lot.
Yikes.
I'm down to 10 GP.
Yikes, dude.
Those better be some bomb ass candles.
Yep. Jackson, what was your answer then?
He probably will try to speak with the same contact, but how do you say this? He'll try to not let the contact know it is him. You know what I mean?
Kind of hard to do, but okay. We'll see when we get there. Yes, the thing is, Jackson knows Jackson is a changeling. The contact doesn't know that Jackson is a changeling.
Yes, so he is a different person.
Yeah, maybe
It's like-
Jackson introduced himself to the contact as a different persona.
It's just one of those things where you the contact speaks to many people. You know? The
You just
contact
pretend
is
to
a
be mercenary
Oh.
Joe Schmuck, eh?
yeah, pretty much.
I see.
Instead of Jackson.
The two non-Greek speakers. Both Edmund and Jiro, you would see that. Actually, everyone, but since I'm directing to them, the town is how can I say this? There's an air of unease in town. People are agitated, more so than normal. And you would gather from listening into tourists that mostly just seem to go from church to church, small museum here and there, mostly about, old classical Greek things, and the occasional ruins nearby. That the biggest museum, the one that actually portrayed things that weren't just day-to-day life of classical Greece, has been shut down for a couple days now. And it seems that someone has been killed at the museum, and that's why it has been shut down. After getting that information, Edmund, while you stop at oh god, I do not know the name of those type of shops that sell newspaper and magazines. That's normally in the corner of a street.
Corner store?
You mean like a newsstand?
Yes, that.
A lemonade stand?
A lemonade stand. Yes. While reading through the newspapers and magazines that are just exposed there, you would find that the news about the murder are very scarce. There has been no official police reports. The museum itself hasn't said anything about it officially. But you do find one thing that is weird in this whole situation. It's the fact that the museum has been in maintenance for a week.
So, I'm gonna ask this for like two-part question.
Yes.
Does the lack of information seem fitting for a church or mage cover-up? If someone was stepping in to hide information, all that.
Mm-hmm.
Does that seem to resemble what they would do, from what Edmund would know about them?
Bear in mind, he spent a little bit of time with Jackson as well. And he did need a cleaner very often.
Yes and no. For an execution of the swords in Mage Society to get out to the general public is both uncommon and frowned upon. But to have an execution in a museum is very mage-like.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I just figured I'd ask my hunch, and I don't need to ask my other one. That was more of a joke of anything notes of the damage equate to a gas leak, but I think that's plain enough.
Not yet. It's just a murder. The museum didn't explode. Though it may. Who knows?
Yet?
It didn't explode yet.
Just sounds like a challenge.
Jiro stabbed the museum.
We've already killed so many monuments, guys. Please.
He stabs the museum and explodes.
It's fine, we'll just teleport it away this time.
Banishes the museum.
It doesn't move.
The whole museum stays. One thing that was in exhibition just vanishes.
Now we gotta play what is different.
Yeah.
No, it'd be the whole museum vanishes, but it comes back after a minute.
Everything is from this plane, yes.
Everything falls down because they technically not the same object, and it reappears and everything gets shunted out.
That would cause problems.
Just a bit.
Yes. Then we go to Oliver.
See,
Since this town is significantly larger than Tinos and slightly larger than Mykonos, but is actually working and isn't just in complete lockdown as Mykonos was, you see that the amount of dead, quote unquote, that walk through the streets is maybe the same as the amount of people. Which is something that at first takes you back to the moments many years ago where suddenly walking down the street your second vision would overlap with your first and you would feel yourself, even though it may not necessarily have been the case now looking back, but you would immediately feel yourself surrounded. But now that you have a proper control of what and when to see things, you would see that they are always there. Some would just wander, some follow, some are even attached to live humans, and it just seems like a second society overlapping with your own.
interesting. There must be like a ziggurat nexus of dead people here. Are they saying anything interesting?
So, when you would, it's an interesting phenomenon because they don't expect to be hurt.
Exactly.
So when they are talking about something and you like give them a side eye or turn the head slightly, they would just be not necessarily scared, but confused, and it would sometimes derail their train of thought. Flareon said some kind of soul society.
Yes.
Oh my god.
But yeah, most would just be, and it's a thing that not Edmund, Oliver feels slightly drawn to is the amount of people that are trying to that let me rephrase that. The amount of people that don't understand their current situation. So they try to interact, they try to talk to others, but they aren't heard because they are in a different plane. It's quite sad when you see someone try to enter what they call home, but no one seems to feel their presence or see they are there. And you see that quite often, spread out through town. But the ones that are either following, guiding, you see some that make their chosen little person avoid tripping down, avoid bumping into others, or even avoid accidents on the road, since Naxos does actually have some cars in it. You see that they're just like you would say, like guardian angels, just giving slight nudges to help people on their way. At the same time, you see people that you see ghosts that actually make people trip and fall.
Douchebags.
Cause nuisance and be nuisances. But on the part of what they're saying, most just care about the person that they are interacting with at that moment, or the spirit that they are interacting with at that moment. They don't seem to be too worried or connected with the going-ons of town proper.
Okay.
But since you do speak Greek, alongside the other information about the museum that I had said, you would also note that people, with the lack of an official report, people began speculating as to if anything was stolen alongside the murder. And since most people seem to agree that something was stolen, the fact that the museum has not publicly said anything, people begin to extrapolate that it must be something really valuable. Or things like that.
They're speculating that things were stolen from the museum then, along with the murder.
Yeah, they're speculating mostly two things. One, that it was stolen, but that's the general speculation. And then that what was stolen was very important. That's why the museum hasn't said anything.
Could I maybe stop one of them to ask questions?
Sure.
When did this happen?
When you were going down a street that is mostly just filled with bars and restaurants, you catch one worker standing on the outside, just trying to gather attention to their specific restaurant. And they were talking to a passerby about it when you approached. And they would tell you that news broke around 2 days ago at night. And then on the following morning, the local papers were already starting their own theories, since still to this day there has been no official commentary from either the police or the museum itself. Also, since you would also know that the museum is the Archaeological Museum, that's the name of the place.
Gotcha.
You would know from your living here where it is. You would probably had visited it sometime during your stay here in Greece.
Maybe with Bola.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Thank you for the information. He kind of makes a mental note of the timing of it, so it couldn't very well have been the person that was on the boat with them,
Yes.
or the alleged servant. Okay.
Anything else?
No, he was just, getting information, just getting general.
Generic
I guess now that
information.
he knows that there was a murder at the museum, well, after getting his candles, he'd probably want to head to the museum to see if he spots the, ghost of the person that was murdered, but it might not even be there.
Okay.
Assuming Jackson went off to do his own thing, he'd probably do that.
Okay.
Depends. Depends where my contact is and who they are.
How would you like to go about trying to figure out where your contact is?
I mean, first thing I would I would go about it differently depending on who they are. I mean, if they're just a worker, or maybe we had if it was a worker, I'd go to some place where workers usually go. If it's high class, I'd go somewhere else. I would also think we would have normal, common meeting places.
So, your contact here in Naxos, I would say that your contact isn't for the city of Naxos, more so like Naxos, Paros, Nantiparos, and the islands around them. Would be more of someone, because
for the whole region.
Yeah, because that feature is not really suited for many small towns next to each other.
Bundled together, yeah.
They are actually a museum worker, not specifically the archaeology museum, but they work on one of the lesser museums that are more focused on like the daily life and just cataloging old stuff instead of just showing off old stuff, which is a job that would get them in contact with people from different areas of the region whenever someone uncovers something, and also would give them ample free time whenever they aren't cataloging everything to wander around town and the islands, just making sure that there isn't anyone at their specific meeting places. Specifically in Naxos, there is a square which has a fountain in the middle, and this square is in the junction of 3 different streets, and it's slightly bigger than most squares because it during some days of the week it houses a little market, and that is whenever there is a large groups of people, it allows them to more easily flow through it. Let me just check a thing on my notes. Let me get this. Oh no, this one is full. Get this one. Your contact's name is Spyro.
Spiral.
Spyro.
Spiral.
potato.
Like the dragon.
Almost.
Almost.
At
Got you.
this time, they would be older than you. Just probably some sort of retired worker on your field that just doing normal people work nowadays.
Older than. Okay. They do field work? So
They worked on your field, but now
I
they're
see.
just
I see.
retired.
Got you.
You would identify them by an eye patch on the left eye.
Okay.
And I just now realized that Jackson has an eye patch. Okay. Oh, so maybe. Sure, let's go with that.
So they are there. Or is that just what I remember from them?
That's the information that you know would get you to meet them.
Right. So I would just I don't know where exactly Oliver goes to ask to look at the afterlife situation. But
the square and the museum where the crime happened are not necessarily near each other.
not near each other, okay. So if he'll probably try to nudge Oliver toward the square, but if Oliver doesn't want to spend too much time, or if it takes too long to find the contact, he'll let Oliver go on his way and send Burb ahead with him.
That's fine. He'll keep you company. But he do make you aware of the fact that there's been a murder at the museum, though.
I would be careful loitering around there. Might get us unwanted attention, but, well, I suppose a little bit's fine.
Maybe, but I'm hoping to find the victim.
I'm hoping to find a contact of my own, so... Good
Where
luck
you
to you, I guess. He's supposed to be at this square, otherwise, I suppose, at home. And, he's not very, not as spry as he used to be, but...
Well, let's go find him.
Oh, you're coming with me? I just thought you were going to the museum.
It can wait.
Sure then. Well, GM is...
I mean, unless you want to go alone.
Be best not to.
Then I
I
shall
think.
tag along.
GM is man there.
As you approach this square, you see that there is a small market going on. People seem to be selling mostly to tourists little knickknacks and handcrafted work. And you see, coincidentally, Oliver, you would see a man that looks kind of
I can see
similar.
what now?
You would see a man that looks kind of similar to Jackson,
Oh,
wandering around town, looking at the vendors, sometimes interacting with them.
Elbows Jackson.
Yes, I suppose that will be him.
Okay,
been a
I
while,
thought
though.
as much.
I didn't exactly copy him. Guess it just turned out that way. I need to ask something, Jim. Is this specifically a mage's contact, or is it a general shady business contact?
Let me check the feature again.
Can he be trusted?
Let me check. You got that because of your background, right?
Yes, because of ear to the ground. Though it's not necessarily a mage's thing. Could be
Oh,
just
I mean,
a bounty hunter thing.
I mean, like, oh yes, that's the thing that I wanted. What technically is your background?
It is urban bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter. Yeah, so it would be someone that would give you contacts of not contacts that would give you bounty, so like people to kill for money.
But is it specifically of a mage's thing, or like does he deal in matters arcane? Is what I want to know.
Do you want him to?
I suppose so.
Then sure.
Okay.
How do you approach the man?
Would it be too would it be too I don't know, too much to ask for us to have a two out of I don't know, realisticness, two out of reality, for us to have like a signal for that sort of stuff? Or
Sure, probably some sort of phrase that would indicate that contract work is beginning.
and he's doing what to those tourists? Remind me.
Oh, he's just presenting himself as a tourist or someone interested in buying whatever is being sold at the different shops.
I see. I see. Well, then he won't go straight to him. He'll sort of pretend to be looking at things around, and then just casually happen to end up beside him. And after a while, he'll say, you seem to have a really good eye for these things."
Yes, it's the only one that has. It's the only one left that I have. He side eyes you, and so do you.
I suppose so.
Not very subtle, are we?
Things are moving on a little bit too fast for my liking.
He points at some of the small stone statues on the counter. So are you here for that one or that one?
What are these stone statues, GM?
You see the one, it's a small little horse doing a weenie. Standing on its hind legs. While the other one is a little army soldier with a gun pointing to the sky.
No, they're both very interesting, but I don't know. I like this one. He points to the soldier with the gun to the sky.
I kind of like the horse myself.
Can I touch?
Sure.
And he'll start. He'll just sort of gingerly pick it up and start moving it around. Is it just one color? Is it painted or what?
It's made of those type of stones that has different colored veins running through it.
Yeah.
He nods, and in Greek speaks to the lady selling the toy, something that you don't understand, but Oliver notices that he is buying the toy soldier. And after the lady takes it from you and puts it in a proper bag and gives it back to him, he just starts walking in a certain direction, expecting you to follow. And you two stop at you three stop at a bench, just slightly removed from the square on the other side of one of the roads, of one of the streets. He sits down at the bench and just watches the tourists doing the touristing. So you're here for Paros?
Or Paros, can you give me the map again, Jim? Or do you have the world map?
Paros is the island who has the more
in the middle.
The more military presence.
Hold on, I need to look at the Aegean map, cause I get
I have shared the map with you once more.
I get turned around easy. I've got it up and running now.
Okay.
That'd be interesting, but would me and my friend would like to know if there's something out of the ordinary going on in Naxos as well.
You will, for the first time, acknowledge Oliver.
Taken?
He has acknowledged you for the first time.
Oh, he nods in his direction.
He just kind of side eyes you, nods. Have you heard of the murder at the museum?
I have heard of it. Happened 2 days ago, didn't it?
He will nod. Not much has been found, but
They didn't find the body?
he just kind of scratches his eye. No one is allowed inside since the museum was closed for maintenance. Now it's closed for maintenance and police investigation.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And, do you know anything? I hear that something was stolen as well.
He will nod once more. That seems to be the talk in town. That something big was stolen.
Oh, big.
However, I myself do not believe it.
What do you believe?
I am an archaeologist by trade. If something big had been stolen, my colleagues would be aware.
Interesting.
If what we suppose is true, the killer is still at large.
More than likely.
He will look at Jackson with a should I look, and side eye Oliver again.
With a what?
With a should I?
Ah. He'll sort of, turn his head, sort of, it's your call.
He will look around, but in a very nonchalant way. Then say, we expect foul play.
Of course you
Understood.
do. Otherwise it wouldn't have
Understood.
been a murder.
On the side of whom?
On the side of the museum.
Oh, well, that changes things.
Are our usual friends involved?
Possibly. The lack of information and the lack of public information is what has been intriguing most of my colleagues. It seems that whoever did the act is either purposefully hiding this information and stopping it from spreading, or in cahoots with someone who is.
You think this was a cover-up failed, or on purpose?
If someone steals what you want stolen, perhaps someone caught in the act by another who had the same idea.
I see.
Slip up then.
I do not have the means to investigate it myself. And ever since the murder, not even the workers at the museum have been allowed back in.
And
As so not to disturb the evidence.
and the only ones allowed in are police?
Yes,
Normal police?
it seems so.
Oh. I was very mistaken about this spell. It's much more useful than I thought.
Man just pulled out a spell book in the middle of the road and is reading.
Man, cast spells in a bench.
Didn't
Oliver
say that out
immediately
loud, mind
gets,
you. That was me.
erased by a servant who doesn't like us.
No, it's just I realized that invisibility lasts for an hour, not a minute.
Yes,
Yes.
Greater is the one that lasts for a minute.
Ah,
Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of my actions.
Oliver has an aha moment and gets a gleam in his eye. Doesn't say anything though.
Are you aware of any magician shows in town?
He just smiles. No such thing.
So you suppose we could get in there? Relatively undisturbed.
Possibly. I'm not aware of your qualifications.
Hmm. He'll just look at Oliver and say,
Yes.
"You have any takes?
Do I have any what?
Any takes? Anything to ask?"
I mean, not at the moment.
Hmm.
What did you come to speak about? Are you good?
Well, I was worried. I wasn't the only one in the island. He sort of side eyes Spiro. As in, that was a question directed to him.
Yeah, he will just scratch his nose. However, if you're looking for proper work, I do not have any at the moment in Naxos.
See,
It's this. This has kind of put a wrench in most plans, and conversations have been directed to it.
Oh, people like
Oh.
to talk.
What do you say we scratch each other's back? Find out what it is you're seeking, and you help us in the future.
Oh, a favor for a favor.
It is as most things go in this business.
In the archaeology business, I see.
Yes.
I didn't realize it was quite so complex.
Oh, it is
There wouldn't,
fervent.
if there weren't any favors, there wouldn't be museums.
What do you say?
He stands up from the bench. Find what was stolen, and I will give you work.
Do you have any idea what it is?
Most likely small, and not noticeable.
Sorry, what? I didn't catch that.
Possibly small and not very notable.
Well then, we shall get on with our job. Good day to you.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Spiro.
I haven't actually said his name.
Oh, nice to meet you, Mr. Pauses.
He will just nod. Nice to meet you too.
Ah, yes. On our way then.
Yes. Well, you wanted to take a look at the museum.
I
I think
did.
you should tell the others first, or you want to go there right away? Best we don't show up there too many different times. If you get what I mean.
I do. I was planning to get there similarly to how we got to the airport.
That could be arranged.
Yes.
You want to do it now?
I think it might be for the best. When we left the inn, I didn't see Jiro or Edmund, and Gianna doesn't like to be disturbed early, and I don't know what Ichika's doing, but she's over there with her, and that's just a little smorgasbord of angriness that I don't want to deal with this early.
Indeed. She is quite a temper. She hasn't had her morning coffee.
She's going to kill you, you know.
That's just part of the job.
Occupational hazard.
So, Jim, I have a question before we go on. As a part of my third eye, when I see someone that is invisible, do I know that they're invisible?
Yes.
Or do I just see them?
You would know.
He'll just sort of start guiding Oliver toward back alleys and this sort of place.
Mm-hmm.
Makes you think Oliver wouldn't be guiding you to the back alley. He knows his way.
He's been here before, that's right. Also, someone died.
Yes, FJ's power has been going out.
Oh no.
Oh no. Did we lose FJ?
It seems so.
For now, yes.
Sad.
Well,
It looks like I sent him the storm. We had a really bad storm here a couple of hours ago, and it never actually rained. It just kind of passed over.
That's
It
great.
do be like that sometimes.
the anxiety storm.
Yes.
Well,
I'm gonna huff, I'm gonna puff, but I'm not gonna do shit, Storm.
Gonna rain, gonna rain, gonna rain! And I'll huff and I'll puff. And I'll puff again.
But I don't know, maybe switch over to Edmund and Jiro for a bit while we figure this out.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Actually, I'll switch to Ichika. Since
Or there you go.
Since she also said that she would be listening in.
I hope not to us.
You said that you were more so listening in at the hotel? Alright?
Yep, she's just generally eating, paying attention to anything that's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that is actually better for you since you don't know Greek. But since you are in a fancy hotel, more people are speaking English than normal.
She does know that.
She does know that. So you can roll a perception check too.
I'm gonna do something I've never done before.
Uh-oh.
Backslide?
Are you gonna go stark raving mad and use your freaking sharpshooter on your perception check? And botch it completely?
No. At that moment.
Oh yes, the thing that lets you add a D4 to a skill.
Nice.
That basically no sword saint ever uses.
I typed it in wrong.
Bless!
Yes.
20.
Toto.
Was it? Is it CHK?
No, it should be check, I think.
Wow, you have like an amazing perception.
Yeah, because it doesn't come up often, but I do use wisdom for my saving throws,
Yes.
so I need a high wisdom and my AC.
I don't think any
I don't
of
know
you
what I did.
have anything that.
Oh,
like-
that's why it didn't work. I didn't have
what?
it for target. I didn't have it for self.
Oh, it wasn't self. I see. Just wanted to make
Yeah,
sure.
I'm just gonna.
We don't have what
just see
now?
that worked.
No worries. I was
What
just
do we not
checking.
have?
I was checking
Right,
for
that works.
if any of you had a spell or ability that interacted with checks, so that I could copy the syntax. But yeah, the syntax was right.
I do.
Guidance being with the our cleric. Yeah, I just didn't have it actually on me.
But yes, at 20 total, you would be mostly aware of everything that has been said about the museum, and also aware of the fact that Gianna has been skulking for longer today than expected. But yeah, at fancy hotel place, most people aren't talking about the going-ons of town. They are talking business or just vacation. So, or tourism. So you don't get much. You would mostly learn about the going-ons at the museum from people that were upset about the fact that they couldn't go to the museum, more so than people actually interested in what happened. But yes, I just wanted to make sure that Ichika was in on it. We can return to I think actually Edmund and Jiro. After knowing about the museum, where would you like to go?
Okay, I've been debating that because I could either head to the museum, or I could start doing a little bit of scouting elsewhere.
Jera would agree.
I think Edmund's best thing is to head towards the edge of town and attempt to at least throw a commune with nature out to try to see if there's any fuck shit within 3 miles of that side of town.
Okay. Could you open the spell and then click the top right button that has a little chat box? Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course.
You get 3 facts of either terrain, bodies of water, prevalent planes, powerful celestials facing elemental dead, influence from other planes of existence, and buildings. What would you like to learn?
So I am ritual casting this.
Mm-hmm. As expected.
Yeah. So you can guess 2 of them are powerful celestials, fays, fiends, elementals, or undead.
Mm-hmm.
Influence from other planes of existence, or buildings.
Buildings. I mean, you would get a lot of things about buildings.
Well, the spell doesn't work in major towns, so it can't actually see the town.
Oh, I see.
It can only see the area, like the uncivilized, like nature.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be like the example for that would be like the random church we ran to an island back.
I see.
It would detect that, but not. Yes, there's a town, or it would say there's a town there, but it'd be more so town, like stop there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As you, how do you think that Edmund would commune with nature, especially considering it's a ritual, so it would take a long time to cast?
Edmund would probably a circle in the dirt around him, sit down. Yeah, his cane, just focus on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And almost generate a map in the dirt around him.
I see.
Using vines and the like to create the image around.
Okay. You would find that the buildings that would ping would be ruins. Let me just check a thing that my mind has told me that I should before I continue. Not that it would change the result of the spell. I just need to check one thing real quick.
You'll
God
just
damn it! Where
die.
are you, Grease? Here you are. I want to do the 3D view. Naxos. I think Naxos is very close to the ocean level. Yeah, as a whole,
Yes.
there's not much elevation to it. Yeah.
Very much so.
So you would see, and mostly you would see, looking up, the small pieces of ruin going up the hills, and the occasional small village or small conglomerate of buildings here and there. But just making it the most ominous way possible. In this range, you don't find any influence of other planes of existence or powerful celestials, faith, elementals, or undead.
Okay. Edmund would see that, take note of, like, just kind of the location, the ruins, the towns, all the buildings before getting up and allowing the building to, or the, allowing the map he's drawn to clear itself away.
Jiro, would you have stayed by his side?
Jiro would head to the inn where Ichika is.
The hotel does have a lounge area that everyone can access. And from there, you can see the restaurant area of the hotel, which is also available for the public. You can just go to have lunch at the hotel. And it's not hard to identify a Japanese person in a crowd of Greeks. So it's not hard for you to find Ichika. Probably eating pancakes or something.
She's a fruit person.
He's eating fruit pancakes.
Yeah, strawberries on top.
Blueberry pancakes with strawberries
Yes.
on the top, with whipped cream. Anyways, Hero sort of goes over there, like, after, like, getting a big old stack of flapjacks.
Flapjacks?
Sits down.
Just a
Flapjacks?
pancake.
Pancakes.
I see.
Good.
There's a lot of different words
Yeah.
for pancakes.
And he sits down. He sits down beside Ichika.
He doesn't show any notice.
Jiro sort of, like, looks to her, starts eating some of the pancakes.
No. Something happened. Hello?
Let them have their awkward
Hi.
moment. They are
Ah.
both
Yep,
very
he's-
shy
he's-
and very
That's
awkward.
what I. Sorry, I thought I lost connection.
Oh, it's fine.
No, just our characters are be like, yep, being silent.
Hey!
I can tell
Speaking
I
of,
upset you in some form, or in many forms.
Hello?
Hello!
Oh fuck! It worked.
I wonder what gave that away.
Sorry.
No worries.
Jiro like basically just eats another pancake hole. Unhinges his jaw, eats it. So just like swallows. I have several ideas about what might have upset you, but I would prefer you telling me so that way I'm not wrong.
It's that hard to imagine why you cutting off your hand or your arm is upsetting.
Jiro nods at that.
The worst of it is, you don't seem to care that it happened. You, it's just another wound. When you could have done so many things to prevent it, yet you just allowed your sword to act under its own will.
I have not much to say about that. You are entirely correct.
There's one thing you could say.
I am sorry for making you worry.
I won't let go of this anger just yet, but I will do think of things to do to you if you let another arm get chopped off.
I mean, that'd make it really hard to hold a sword.
That's your first. Just because our life is based around combat doesn't mean your entire life needs to be based around combat.
I imagine you're not wrong.
And yet, will that change anything?
Jiro sort of shrugs. I am the way I am. I apologize.
Yeah. A problem. One that you've always been, never stopped being.
I can't argue with you.
That's because you've never really tried.
Well, you got me there.
That's good. Later for Fiona to be up. I'll go check on her and see if she's in a worse mood than she ended up the night being in. As she stands up, leaves some monies on the table. Not expecting Jiro to know that he has to pay for food.
Jiro like blinks, having already paid for his food. I mean, pays up front.
Oh, do I go stand up and head back upstairs?
How much was the food? Valdemar, how much was the food?
It's fancy hotel food, I'd say a silver.
Cool.
For some pancakes.
Really nice pancakes.
I'm just giving 10. She's from
Yeah.
money. She tips well.
Very nice. That's very nice. Base $300 for $10 pancakes.
Yes.
As you do.
As you do.
Okay, rich people.
Jackson is dying in the corner.
Here I am having a fucking scrape by.
We've all got the same amount of money.
So
It's
glad
just
you
some of us.
It's
Just some of us don't need to spend it on spell components.
On candles.
Candles.
Listen, Jiro has
Getting
everything
fucking
you will ever need.
reliquaries.
Give it us like 4 more levels, then we have to spend all of our money on the Saint Weapon bonds.
It's true.
On what?
The Saint Weapon bond.
It's a ritual to make the weapon stronger.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, basically just
Yes.
gives it a +1. And that's the basic idea of it. What it does though. Does more, but it's 500 gold.
Yep. Has a
Mm.
fuck ton of money.
You'll be fine.
You know, $5,000. No, be more like 50,000, right?
No.
Extra 2 zeros, so 50,000.
It's true.
That is correct, yes.
So, Gianna, we're here knocking on your bedroom door at around, I don't know, lunchtime.
I'd be on
Okay,
about.
I'll be back.
If it's about lunch, if it's about 11, 12, then I'd be around the place. Though if I would see Jiro and Ichika talking, I'd be like at the opposite side of the room, directly not looking at.
Hey, Ichika, when you stand up to go look at Gianna's room, you realize that she's there.
She's facing the wall.
Yep, just on the other side of the restaurant, just facing the
It
wall.
is. Hit up.
Little ball of anger for no reason.
Over to Gianna.
Gianna would make a great manager, dude.
Gianna
Good talk.
promptly ignores the approach.
Still quite violent.
Good talk.
Good talk, good talk.
What'd you say?
Has the night's rest calmed you down, or have the others still got on your nerves?
Good talk.
Did we lose FJ again?
Probably.
Oh god.
She's in call.
Did we
I
lose
can't-
FJ again?
I can't tell if y'all just stop talking or fucking die.
Oh no,
He's typing in
Oh
Discord.
no, it's thinking. Oh no.
He's laughing,
Yeah.
isn't he?
Yeah, we have some life.
I'm laughing.
Oh god, I can hear you. Okay.
Well, well,
Well, oh, we can hear the laughter. What?
we can hear.
Oh, you
yeah,
can hear that? Yeah, no
Okay,
problem.
now he
Oh, there
can.
he is.
We can hear you.
Okay, well, it's just gonna keep doing that. So if I'm silent for longer than a couple seconds, then
Oh, time for just a bunch of Gianna scenes.
Yep, and he immediately got cut in the middle of his laughing again.
Yikes.
Uh,
Well, I guess we cut.
Yes. Also, holy shit. Okay.
Then I guess we go to Oliver and Jackson. Would you
The-
then head to the museum before talking to everyone, or would you like to go back somewhere?
Why is it always you and me that go off and get in trouble by ourselves?
Hey, no, it's not always you and me. It's also me and Jiro, and me and Gianna, and me and...
Yeah,
Well.
Jiro was a part of that the last time.
Yes.
You're bad influence. You're bad,
Yes.
bad.
No.
Yes.
I'm like, no.
Yes.
No. I am the good influence. Yes, the best one.
I am the
Oliver-
influence.
Oliver, for some reason, because you're around, feels emboldened and says, fuck them.
What? You are going to get us killed, boy.
No, that's your job.
You understand this is going to be extremely risky, don't you?
We can go get them.
Sure. You go and tell Gianna. I'll go get.
No.
Oh, you tell Ichika, yeah, sure. And he
No.
just starts walking off.
He walks behind you. That's a thing that's not happening. He's gonna enjoy watching you fucking tell them a lot more.
Sure. Before we go talk to them, I need to write a letter to an associate. He's going to
Okay.
start. He's gonna draw. He's gonna start writing a quick letter. And he'll tie it to Burb's feet. He's like, all right, go take that to Ichika. He's just going to send Burb off.
there's just an owl flying in the fucking middle of the day.
It's fine.
Loud
He would have
gun
done that.
noises.
He would have done that in the back alley still, but yes, there is an owl flying through the city.
Loud gun noises. Owls no longer flying through the city.
Oi!
But yes, while you are getting a sort of brunch, you would see Burb stop by the window and peck at it.
Just sort of like pecking at the window, tapping his feet.
He has a cookie.
Yes.
The calling card. The universal calling card of Deathbird.
A cookie.
Imagine that there's instead of shutter windows where you just pull open.
He'll hand you.
He
Oh, no.
He hands you a piece of paper with words
hands-
in it.
Yes.
What do the
Oh,
words
that's
say?
anything.
The words say. What was and it doesn't matter. He'll write a little directions to the square that they met the informant at, like near the bench. And he'll just say, me and Oliver have found out a little bit about the... I've got church in my head. No, it's not the church. It's a museum this time. About
Yes.
the
This is
museum,
all
and
written
we-
in the paper, yes.
We are having grape leaves, hummus, and pita bread. Come join.
and
Come
we
join.
are going to try and get inside the museum. Burn this note and come. I get Gianna. That's it. The "that's it" is also written in the letter.
Yes.
Of course.
Naturally.
She'll flip the note. Then just write a response. Actually, do you have a pen?
24.
Stop
Sorry,
working
you
on
don't have a
your
pen.
dungeon.
I can't.
I've only got poison for the
I'm not gonna make it in time if I don't do this.
Actually, no. I'll use the gel poison bolt as a pen.
The what now?
You're gonna write with poison ink?
Yes.
It's the only ink I have.
Fair enough.
Oh my god.
Better than the blood of your enemies.
I don't want to fucking die. I better not touch that note.
It's gel poison. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that was so much fun the last time.
Jackson just
Fuck you.
hands Oliver the note. Here, look at this. Smell this note. It smells funny.
Oliver needs like that anti-poison thing from like being contracted to Mosh.
Just a short response. Don't cause problems.
Incredible.
Then
Wow.
you'll hand it back to the owl.
She's funny. She's cute.
And I'm gonna remove that gel poison bolt. Goodbye. I was never gonna use you.
You used the entire jar?
It was just one bolt that was covered in poison.
It's true.
I don't use my crossbow.
Just ask for ink. I have infinite amount.
But that was okay. I was never gonna use that bolt.
She just wanted to get rid of the bolt.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the three of you that are aware now that Jackson is going to do that. are
And Oliver.
Jackson
Jesse.
and Oliver are going to do that. Would you like
Yes,
to
he's
Very
then,
dragging
important.
Oliver into it.
would you like to then proceed towards the museum as well?
You should have.
Yes.
Tell Gianna. Whether you find out. Let's head back to those others who are about to do some troublesome things.
Doing trouble something.
They don't trust us.
No, they don't. Fetch.
Yes. Gianna says, can't we let them die?
At the very least, we can make sure Oliver doesn't.
Good. Good
Yes.
argument. So, Edmund, what are you doing just while this is happening because you didn't get
What?
the memo?
Yeah. No.
Kinda up to each cut to get the memo to him.
I don't know
I
what he
mean,
is.
Edmund fucked off.
It's true.
Well,
That's up to
shit.
you. He was a part of your group.
No, he was never with us.
He was at the same end as you.
Yes.
That's what makes him your responsibility.
Technically, he's Juro's
yeah.
responsibility.
Hero also left him.
Yes.
Jiro's responsibility. I think no one here wants to have the responsibility for Jiro. Not even Jiro.
Not even Jiro.
How much? You know, I'm gonna roll one thing to just for admin because I know this group. Admin knows this group.
Losing my mind.
Fair enough. I do think Edmund will at least be back in the town probably around the museum, assuming there will be a mess there. Like, heading that direction because, again, he knows this group.
His trouble senses are tingling.
Jiro's senses are tingling.
Look, the honest statement I'll give is Jiro left his side, and they both heard about a museum that was fucked. Or like a museum that was interesting, so he just assumes it's not gonna be standing by the time he gets there. Yeah, he'll be heading over to the museum just kinda as a... Well, I'm willing to bet they'll be there.
Oliver, I bet you $5 you can't banish the museum.
I'm not gonna take that bet. It was always fucking there. Give me a drow something or other to get rid of. I'll fucking bet you then.
Fair.
He says, while having
Banished.
been exhausted
Yeah.
for the last 2 days.
Oliver's
I'll
stupid
fucking
enough to do it again on a dare.
Wanna see me do it again?
No, he. It's not that he's stupid enough. It's just his pride. It's like, yeah, I did it. Nobody else fucking did, and I can do it again.
Oh yeah, you wanna bet?
I can't banish the museum if it wasn't in another plane of existence to begin with, unless it's an extra planar museum. And if that's the case, we have big problems.
Well, what if I told you it was a drow museum?
Extraplanar museum.
I'm back.
Hello, back.
Hi.
What would you do then?
So, from what I gather, I assume we're all meeting up at the museum.
Well, Oliver's searching for a quiet, secluded place to cast invisibility so that he can go into the museum.
Was the plan, yes.
Yes. That do be the plan.
The unspoken of plan, because we're both dumb enough to come to that conclusion
Yes.
separately.
The exact same conclusion.
The same brain cell.
Incredible. So, The first ones to arrive at the museum was the ones that said they would go in there. So, Jackson and Oliver. Are
Yay.
you both actually? Oliver can cast invisibility for the two of you, right? Since it's
Yes.
auto upcast.
That was
Yes,
the idea. Also, I regain it on a short rest.
Yes.
And I can also cast fly if we need to.
Oh, you have fly now too?
Yes.
Excellent.
So are you fly?
I can cast
invisible?
either fly or invisibility.
I can cast invisibility or fly.
I think fly is 10 minutes. Not
Yes.
an
That's
hour.
what sees a note from their bird.
Yes.
So you can be invisible first. No, actually you can't. You need to cast fly first, then invisibility, because the other way around it would break the spell.
It will
do we
break
need fly, though?
invisibility. We don't need fly, but
But fly, yes, I understand where you're coming from.
no,
Yes.
I mean we could like there's a ton of problems that can go on if we don't fly. And we can, so why not?
Good talk. Okay, I'll mark off one of my packed lotems over here. And
You
I
will
lays invisible on
after
the
I
both
cast
of us.
fly.
Okay.
Except-
so,
I don't know how to apply it to the both of us.
no worries.
No.
Just take down a 4th level slot for the fly as well.
I only have a pack. Oh,
Yeah.
him.
Um 4th level. Boop. There we go. Very good.
So the museum. It's a relatively big building, 2 stories tall. It doesn't share like a wall with any other building. It's quite separate from the others in the same street. And you see that all around it there is like police tape.
Oh, before we get on the thick of things, I would have also, before we've done all this, would have used third eye with invisibility.
Okay. You would see that it's not like the bright yellow police tape that we have nowadays, but some sort of police marking to stop the common folk from entering. The double doors that actually lead into the building are also closed and have a little paper taped to it, little piece of paper taped to it, saying that they will be closed for maintenance. They should be closed for at least 1 more week. And you actually see scaffolding leading to the 2nd floor, and signs of renovation, construction, and stuff. Would you like to go? Where would you like to go in front? Because I'm gonna tell you now, whichever place you choose, it will be closed. You'll have to open it in some way.
Yeah. Are there any doors to the ceiling, anything like that?
Yes.
You mean like seeing from top down?
Top down, yes, the very ceiling. Is it actually a ceiling, or is it like a flat concrete thing?
It's flat. It's a flat roof. Yes. There is like the little house with a door that leads to the stairs.
Mm-hmm. I will try it. Is it locked?
I mean, Jackson, you're better than I am at the whole infiltrating thing. This isn't my shtick.
No,
Also,
don't quit now.
As soon as like You both cast. Jackson casts fly. As soon as Oliver casts invisibility, you no longer know where each other are.
We hold
We're
hands.
we're gonna hold hands.
Yeah, I see. I was going to say that Jackson knows, but Oliver doesn't.
Yes. If he ever gets lost, I'll come and hold his hand. And pray he doesn't scream.
Okay. Yes, as you would expect, all of the doors are closed and locked.
They are locked. Okay. You any good at lockpicking?
If by lockpicking you mean brute forcing my way in with music, yes.
With
Good.
music.
So I'm going to try lockpick this thing.
Do you have thieves' tools?
I think it comes with a background. Let me check. Let me check the background. Yes, 2 proficiencies, thieves' tools. Well,
That's to proficiency.
see, not at the actual thieves' tools. Thieves' tools, yes.
It doesn't come with the thieves' tools?
Most
It
things
does
don't.
not. No. Do not. Yes.
You're the bounty hunter?
I'm a bounty hunter. Yes.
I meant the background.
Yes,
The
urban bounty
background.
hunter.
Yes. Urban bounty hunter. I do not have them in my inventory. No.
Okay.
Oh, that sucks.
I would like for you to then roll me a sleight of hand check as you try to, with your equipment, I guess, do some sort of lockpicking.
Actually, hold on. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. What is that? Ah, no. Yeah, I see now. Okay.
Are the windows locked too?
Yes.
Oh shit.
I mean, it's been closed for renovations. You kind of
So-
have to lock everything up.
Hold on. Is it straight sleight of hand or is sleight of hand a disadvantage?
It will be
Didn't quite
straight. You won't be using your proficiency.
I don't have one.
No, you won't. You won't be using your proficiency in thieves' tools. Because the check would be the same. You just don't add your proficiency because you don't have the
Oh.
tools.
Yeah. 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 Straight sleight of hand. 13.
13. The lock on this specific door, because who the fuck is gonna come in through the roof, isn't very heavy, so you can break it. It does make some noise, but you wait out for a moment to see if it will
I'll
cause
also
any
be holding
reaction.
on to the lock.
Yeah, to cause any reaction, but nothing happens, and you're able to enter.
Yeah.
We will
Hang on.
use flight so as not to leave footsteps and
Yes.
make pippy tap noises.
We will hover for as long as we can.
Yes.
How do you wanna... Before we go in, he'd ask Oliver, how do you wanna go about this? Floor by floor, from the top down? Try to look for anything missing?
We should probably go to shit, we never asked your contact.
What?
Where the murder took place. Well, I assume they
Mhm.
have it cordoned off at
It
some
seems
point.
not.
It should be
Yeah.
fairly obvious.
Should be fairly easy to look for the chalk and police blockades.
Yes. So we should probably start there and work our way around
Okay.
from there.
So, is it a 2-story building, correct?
Yes.
So, yeah, guess we're just going from the top down looking for the section the police have cordoned off.
Mhm.
And I'll try to keep a lookout for anything missing from the displays as well.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Samesies.
So you start making your way down, mostly through the security area first, because that's where the stairs would lead. And then from security to the museum proper. And as you expect, it isn't hard to find an area that is specifically closed off with quote-unquote police tape. You would see that it is there is a door in front of you that leads to another area of the exhibition that has the police tape like crossed over it. So getting to the door opening the door would disrupt the tape.
Oh, it's actually glued to the door.
Not glued to the door, but glued to the walls around the door. So if you want to go through, it will disrupt the tape unless you like crawl under.
I see. Is anything of importance on this side of the door that we can see?
Where you are?
Yeah.
This part of the exhibition seems to have been about means of transportation would be the most appropriate term. Like it has pieces of chariots, wheels, depictions of chariots and people walking. This seems to be an area more towards this part of ancient civilization.
Assuming I was here before, would I recall what was behind door number restricted?
Roll a history check.
Very well.
I would also like to know from our scouting of the place if there's a window on that side of the door.
Yes, there is probably a window. The museum is very well windowed. Oliver, you remember that on the other side of this door would be the more legend. I'm back.
Whoa!
Hello?
Whoa! Hello.
So where did I cut off?
Something about mythos?
Yes. So it was a very good cut off. Yes. That would be the section talking about legends and myths.
Ah, yes. Is there anyone in here from the looks of it?
What do you mean by that?
Like, are there people in here with us at the moment, or is it empty?
You'd see like some random people that seem to be just looking at the exhibits, very unaware of your presence.
Are they nearby? Like, would they hear me whispering?
No, I mean like dead people, not alive people.
Oh, no, I meant
There are no alive people in the building now.
There are no alive people in the building. Okay. The dead people don't seem like they died tragically by murder or anything.
No.
Now that you mention them. Okay. Oh my god, I forgot your name. What the fuck is wrong with me? Jackson.
All of that was said in character.
No, it was not. Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So that room, the plot thickens. That room is where all the cool mythology shit is in, if I remember correctly.
Yes, of course it is.
So we can assume it might have something to do with this whole nonsense fuckery that is going on with us. We need to get in there.
Well, let's try a window. Outside it is. Well, we can still fly.
We can open the door.
Are you sure? I don't want to disturb the tape.
I can have the dead do it for us. If you're worried about fingerprints.
Pardon me? No, I'm worried about disturbing the tape. I don't leave fingerprints. He waves his hand as though Oliver can see it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Touche. I mean, if you think we'll have better luck with the window outside, sure, you can try it.
Do we have time to try a window and come back? Before Fly runs out?
Would be kind of rushing it.
Uh-huh.
I mean, GM said that we could go under crawling, kind of. Right?
Did he?
You can go crawling and not disturb the tape, but you would disturb the floor.
Not if we like hovered an inch above the floor.
That would be hard to do, but not
Can
impossible.
we do like a
Mission Impossible.
what is that called? The fucking forgot the game where there's a bar and you have to walk under it. Never mind. This doesn't matter. Exactly how hard are we talking about?
Hard.
I mean, if you want to try.
You need to unlock the door first.
Jesus.
Shit.
It's moments like these where I wish I could just go incorporeal.
That
Yes.
do be kind of useful, yes.
But we can't, we don't have greater invisibility.
Is that a
Let's just-
spell? I should get that spell.
It's
No
very
to
honest.
stealth.
It's an 8th level spell.
Oh,
You
I
could
can't
just
get it. Not
greater invisibility than Misty Step. It's fine. Well,
What do?
wait.
Wait, I have prestidigitation. I hope I
Can
said
you-
that correctly.
Can you
Um,
press the
Digitation.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah.
that does
Yeah.
miscellaneous shit.
Press the
Maybe we could
digitation?
maybe we could use it to undisturb the tape once we get back.
That won't glue
It doesn't do that.
Yeah.
It won't what?
It won't
does-
glue it back together.
Fuck.
Yeah, prestidigitation does things that aren't things.
It's true.
It lets you. It basically does magic tricks.
I see.
It ain't mending or anything.
Yeah,
Well,
Oh, to
Oh,
hell
yes.
with it. You know what? Problem solved. Problem solved. Oliver casts a spell.
okay.
What?
Oliver is now visible.
No, he's not.
Yes,
What?
he is.
Oliver didn't drop concentration.
No, if you
don't
cast a
need to-
spell, you break
cast
it.
it doesn't matter.
Casting a spell makes me visible?
Yes.
Yes, that's how that works.
There's
Yeah,
a
it's
difference
regular
between
invisibility.
invisibility and greater invisibility. Greater
Look.
invisibility last
Let's just
last
fucking
time lets you do actions.
It's true.
yes. Greater invisibility is the one that lets you do stuff.
You can also call it combat invisibility.
It's
Well,
true.
just kidding then. I don't cast
Let me just try and sleight of hand this lock, and if it doesn't work, we'll try window.
Go ahead.
Don't film me now, yeah. Yes.
Nice. You see that this lock is indeed a little sturdier than the other one, but you were able to go through with it and open the door, and you see that the door opens to the inside, so the door opening on its own doesn't disturb the tape.
Thank
Mhm.
God.
Jackson.
Yes.
While the windows are closed, they are not
Bard.
hard shut, so there's still some faint light that permeates the area.
A breeze or something like that.
No, just light.
Oh, I see. They don't have the slits, the slats for the light.
Yeah, it's not pitch black. There's light coming.
Gotcha.
As you open the door, your heart drops to your stomach.
Mm-hmm.
As both
Who do I see?
you do not recognize the body in the middle of the room,
But the
Oh,
body's
you-
still there.
though you do see blood everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Are we talking the walls, the ceiling,
Everywhere.
the display casing? How much spatter? How much range? Just
Too
the
much.
radius. Okay, so this guy exploded then.
The body does not look deformed in any ways.
He looks just fine. No wounds on him.
There are wounds, of course. There's multiple cuts.
But
Does this
nothing
look
that
like it was done by
matches.
magic?
Nothing that matches the sheer amount of blood spray everywhere, huh?
Not that you can see now that the body's just on the floor.
Does it look like a spray or like someone just threw a bucket of blood just everywhere?
It does look like multiple sprays, multiple cuts that would have led to bleeding into precise directions.
Mm-hmm.
And your heart sinks deeper as you recognize this
Don't tell me it was Jiro.
work
No. No, no.
as someone that you have been trying
Dead.
to live up to all those years. His visage is quite similar to the last one you saw her in. Oliver, you as a field doctor would roll me a medicine check with advantage.
Hang on.
$17. Okay. As Malva's line of questioning, there seems to be more blood than could have been taken from one person. Just all over the walls, the ceiling, the cases. But the body does not seem to have exploded in any ways. It's still there.
It could be that there was a struggle. It's not just blood from the body.
You would need closer examination to determine that. But yes, that could be one of the possibilities. However,
He sings?
the freshness, or should I say the non-freshness of the blood everywhere seems to be of around the same age.
Does it look ritualistic in any way?
From here, from the reduced field of vision that the doorframe allows, you don't see, you can't quite find any markings or any specific positioning of the blood that would lead you to believe that.
Well, you said that the door opened inward,
Yes.
so it shouldn't disturb the tape if we fly over it, right?
Flying over it wouldn't really be possible. The tape is just closing most of the doorway upwards. You can only go through beneath it.
I'm confused though. The door
Yes, the tape is on the outside of the door.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So you would need to go beneath it.
You.
Just in an abundance of caution, is there a skill I could roll to see if there's a bounded field around that room?
Roll an Arcana check.
That'd be like a wisdom based arcana.
It can be intelligence.
I don't know. To match perception.
I see where you're going.
Yeah.
But yes, there doesn't seem to be any specific bounded field around here.
Okay. Jackson, I can't make too much out of this, but there's quite a lot of blood in this room. My wager would be that it's not just one person. There was a struggle here. That's my guess.
He keeps quiet for a while, but
We need to go inside.
he keeps quiet for a while, but you see him tightening his hand around yours, like a fair bit. And
Are you alright?
it's fine. We'll talk about it later. This is a mage's kill.
How do you know?
I'll talk about it later.
Do we need to leave?
No, we need to investigate. And you'll start leading him, like, just hovering just a little bit above the floor. And just sort of, like, sending them under the tape thing. The tape bar.
Oh, we're gonna try to do the thing?
Does she mean?
Yes.
Okay. What do I roll?
Time to play Limbo.
You roll dexterity.
I do not have any inspiration.
Acrobatics?
Sure.
I do not have that either. Okay, here we go.
So you're really flashy about it. Just roll performance.
Yeah.
It's fine, I'll catch you.
So Jackson, you go first as an experienced infiltrator.
Yes.
You were able to fly, shimmy, limbo your way,
Yes.
and when you look back, you just see that Oliver is, first of all, not used to doing limbo. Second of all, doing limbo flying.
Fuck's sake.
So while he's going through, he hits his face on the tape, and then he steps on the ground, and you see a puff of smoke.
Sick.
Oliver holds his breath and does not breathe.
A couple seconds pass and nothing happens.
Does he pass?
He does.
Prestidigitation would end invisibility, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It is a spell.
It is a spell. Do I have, like, did he leave a big mark on dust? I'm assuming.
Yes. There is like a footprint on the dust.
He will. Hold on. Yeah, what can I use for this? I guess I can use a handkerchief. He'll mop the dust from the floors. Like, it's clear that something brushed the dirt outside, but at least it won't be a footprint anymore. Like a solid square in the door frame, void of dust.
Okay.
Just brush it aside.
Okay.
And close the door after them.
You are now inside the blood room.
Okay. I guess Oliver will go a little bit deeper into his examinations.
Okay, roll me another medicine check. With advantage once again.
I like advantage. A lot.
20. Okay. You for some reason, your theory seems to be proven incorrect. This is all the blood of one person.
Big yikes.
Are you going to at all touch the body?
If I had gloves, maybe.
Gloves coming right up.
Yeah, I mean Jackson does wear gloves, yes.
I'd have an extra pair around here somewhere.
Oh. Okay.
Just sort of like shove a glove in his hand.
Then yes, he will examine the body.
Okay. As you slowly, like, peel away the jacket to look beneath and put it back, trying your best not to disturb the body's actual positioning, as not to attract suspicion during police investigation. You find that now that you're closer and you can actually see it properly, you basically cannot see skin. Every visible part of skin is cut and is failing to put itself back since the body is no longer alive.
So is this just a lot of cuts, or is this a flaying?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
What would be the technical difference between the two?
You
So-
literally have no skin left on your body.
When
It's
you
been
play somebody
away.
alive, you literally you skin them. Like
Oh,
They
okay.
don't-
No, it's not skinning. It's just lots of cuts.
I see.
so, death by 1,000 cuts. Got it. Okay, so my theory was incorrect. Whoever killed this person really didn't like them. Lots of tiny little cuts.
Yeah,
Very painful.
that's all arterial spray in the walls.
Yes.
This was a mage's kill.
But why
Mm.
here?
Almost 100% sure. I don't know. Could be two thieves run into each other.
Which means that we're in a precarious position should they come back.
I don't think they'll be coming back. Can I identify the body anyway?
Yeah.
There doesn't. You would know that any sort of personal belongings that could identify the victim who are probably already under police jurisdiction.
I mean, the face, the body, build.
I mean, sure, you can note those information. Dang it.
But no, you're good.
I'm back. Scuff game, yes. Very
CSI scuff.
This will be the last stretch of things before I close it off so that there isn't like 5 different sessions.
Yes.
So, as I was trying to say,
This is no one I know of, right?
no, this is not a person you know. He's an average height male with blonde hair, and as you raise the eyelids to take a look at the eye color, it's completely cut the eye. You can't even determine what color the eye was once. So
Wow.
with that, you can see that even some parts, you can even see in the inside of his mouth is cut.
Any markings on the back of his hand? Probably not. Well, we
No,
can't
definitely.
tell because there's no
Unless
skin.
you count the cuts. Right.
Yeah.
Anything off about the room itself?
Yeah.
Anything missing? Any dust disturbed?
You
Anything?
can either roll investigation, or can one person roll investigation with advantage.
I have +5 in investigation.
I have a +1. I can help you look though.
Okay. At advantage it is. No, that's intimidation. There we go. Oh, I just saw the 20 fly by!
Yep, 11. Jackson, you're not quite sure if it's seeing being so close to the one in your memory, or just the gruesomeness of it. You are far too distracted to notice anything of importance in the room.
I see. Well, how'd you feel? Seen all you had to say.
I suppose. Didn't see
Best
who I wanted to see though. I
Mhm.
was kind of hoping to come across him.
Well, best be going then.
Just a reminder to Oliver that he can cast Speak with Dead.
Yeah, we'd just become not invisible anymore. Well, I
Mm.
could always recast it, but we're right next to a window. Is the window like?
No, you're
Are
not.
there?
You're not next to a window. There are windows in this room, but the body's in the middle of the room.
Can I decloak? Without people being able to see me through the window?
Sure.
Oh, okay, let's do that. He tells Jackson, I'm going to drop our cover for right now. Don't be alarmed. And he does indeed cast Speak with Dead. I wasn't sure if we'd get caught.
Mm. And with that, as Oliver prepares to speak with Dead and the body, the body's jaw starts to move again. We will end tonight's session because of Scuff.
Okay.
I am afraid of going further and having more cuts.
CSI scuff.
But yes, we will pick
Okay.
up there next
Okay.
time
Yes. See you next time.
with
Yeah.
See you next time.
more CSI, but this time with dead people.
Dead witnesses.
I raised the victim to the stand.
Yes.
For real.
And we will see what the body has to say about what happened to him, I guess.
Yes.
Yes.
And goodbye.
Bye.